everybody, hello, welcome for another Strategies, Tactics and Boost show. And today we are going to talk about the uh, the Abu Dhabi GP, the final real F1 race GP that we're going to follow for this season from next Sunday, from next week. All the GPs of F1 class are going to be special GPs, team series, champions, uh, by country GPs. Well, wait and see. More are coming, but let's focus to our task in hand for this weekend. We're going to talk about the opening and final round tracks of the Abu Dhabi GP. Of course, we are racing um, two times each day in Abu Dhabi, and we have six more tracks to see. It's going to be a dry opening, a dry weekend almost, but first of all, let's see our tracks. As you can see, only two tracks with chances of rain. Of course, Hungary will be a wet uh, a wet race. It's going to be tricky there. And Singapore with 33 chances of rain. All the other tracks are dry races, but as you can see, both races in Abu Dhabi, we have to be careful if the temperature goes above 30 degrees. And we have Imola, where we have to be careful if we get above 30 degrees and near 40. I don't know if softs can do 3 laps then. So we have to be careful a lot in these three tracks. Um, for We have to be careful in these three races for the temperature. Okay. Give me 1 second. Yeah, here we are. Ah, yeah. We will have everything back in a while. I just made a small mistake here, but okay. So as I was saying, it's going to be a dry. Uh, it's going to be a dry race. Okay, let's do it again. It's going to be a dry weekend. Only two races with chances of rain. Hungary for sure it's going to rain. And okay, they are back. So let's see. First of all, let's see Abu Dhabi. We saw Abu Dhabi for the qualifying round. So let's be quick with it. 4-4, both cards. If you are at the back or in the middle, it is the best strategy and it's fast. So don't be afraid to use cards here. But of course, if we are in the middle or at the top of the grid, soft, maybe soft, depending on your tire management. I'm going all softs. And 3-3-2, again, all softs. But depending on your tire management, maybe you would like to use mediums in the stints that have 3 laps. Now, Hungary. This is going to be a tough one, especially if we have a bad race start. We're going to have some issues. Hungary is a tricky track. It's not easy to correct mistakes here. So be careful and stay concentrated. For me, the best strategy is 4-4, pit as always before the bots. Of course, if you are afraid of stacking and you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, maybe you would like to go one driver 3-5 and the other one 4-4, maybe, but 4-4 still the best strategy. And of course, if we have a driver at the top of the grid, then we go 4-4 and 5-3, our top driver. He's going to pit with the rest of the grid. Brazil, Sao Paulo, where, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, is it Brazil or Imola the fastest lap? Well, I'm really not sure if it's Brazil or Imola. We have to see the times. It's one of them, though. Brazil, a very fast track, we all know that. Mainly, my strategy 99 out of 100 times is one driver, one pit stop, the other one, two pit stops. So it's 4-5 or 5-4. I prefer my second driver to go 5-4 and this 5-4, medium, but you must have drivers that can go 5 laps with mediums. We will need a little bit to conserve to make 5 laps with mediums, but it's a very fast strategy, and in the second stint we are very aggressive with a power unit fully charged. And of course, this is the strategy for our top driver and the driver that we want to achieve the fastest lap. 3-3-3, probably the fastest lap on lap 8. This is where I always do my fastest, always try my fastest lap. And finally, especially if you are against the bot, you can, and you are at the top of the grid, of course, you can easily go 4-5 soft medium, but forget pushing. It's almost on yellow and some blue, and that's it. Some conserving and most of it on yellow. But it's very fast because of the compounds. Singapore, the second track that we might have a rain. It's an easy one. This track, 2-2-2 is the fastest strategy. Here, 2 pit stops, all softs, and 3-3 medium for our second driver. I usually don't choose the same strategy for my drivers because 2 laps in Singapore is not a big enough time period to create a gap between them. So in order to use the same strategy, so my first driver will go 2-2-2 and my second 3-3, both mediums. A little careful here with the reliability because Singapore is very demanding with our car's reliability. If we use something like hook, it's perfect. It gives us a great some boosting in our restart, great cornering, and some boosting in our car's reliability. So if you are going to use this strategy, probably this is the best boost for this track. And of course, there is always 4-2, but I believe it's the slowest strategy of the 3. But I have it here because I have heard some feedback from players that they are afraid, especially when they are at the back, to go and do 2 pit stops. They are afraid. They believe that they are losing a lot of time. So then it's 3-3 and 4-2. But believe me, guys, the first 2 strategies are the fastest. Now, if it rains, 3-3 for both our drivers, and if we are at the top of the grid, then 4-2 for our top driver. And okay, hook or gin, because we want to have our reliability boosted, especially when we go 4 laps in this in Singapore, and that's it. Next one is Australia. Yep, a dry race in Australia. We always can do one pit stop, especially if we are at the back. 5-3. We cannot use mediums here. We cannot use mediums. Um, as you can see, I am proposing Char and Movember to boost your tire management so you can do 5 laps with hards. Of course, the best choice if you are at the back and maybe in the middle of the grid is 4-4 medium hard. But again, medium, it's a little bit difficult. You have to have great tire management, boost your tire management, and yet again, you will not be able to be aggressive by pressing the red button a lot. You will just be a little bit quicker because you are using mediums and not hards. But for me, this is the best strategy you can follow because everyone in the track are going to use mediums and hards. If you go with softs, you will be faster than anyone. You can much easier overtake everyone. And if you are afraid of the extra pit stop, then use a boost with pit stop boosting like Merlion or even better tuning. This 25 in pit time boosting means half a second faster pit every time you pit, so it's 1 second less in the pits for this strategy. If you are afraid of doing 2 pit stops, I'm not. I'm using all the time the 2 pit strategy with softs, and you gain a lot of time even in track being faster than anyone else, even without pushing the red button. And let's go to Italy for our next 2 races. First of all, it's Monza, of course, 4-4 hard, the best strategy wherever we are, with the difference that the 2 pit strategy with all its combinations of 2-3-3, 3-3-2, 3-2-3, not so much. I like 2-3-3 or 3-3-2, and all the combinations of tire compounds, either softs or mediums depending on your tire management. As you can see, we have them all. For me, even if I start 1-2, I will go 3-3-2 all softs my top driver and 4-4 hards my second driver, and it's almost, the 2 strategies are almost equal fast. Maybe when we start at the top, the 2 pit strategy is for half a second maybe faster, and that's it. Half a second in the whole race, I mean. So okay, and finally we go to Imola, where if we're going to have 40 degrees, it's going to be an issue with our tires. 4-4 hards, of course, when you are at the back or in the middle, no question about it, is the best strategy to go when you are especially at the back. But if you are in the middle or at the top, with high temperatures, maybe we will need to go like this 2-3-3 with mediums, and 3-3-2. I don't know, maybe we can swap, start with mediums, although I always like to start with the softer compound. It's a little bit tricky if it's if the temperature is high. Maybe we can do this, uh, even this 3-3-2, soft, but especially our second stint is going to be a lot of conserve. So and we will be aggressive in our last stint with 2 laps. But yeah, we have to wait and see. If the temperature is not above 30, don't even think about it. With a good tire management, all softs, and uh, you're going to do great. You don't have to worry about tire management. With some good management there, with some pushing and some conserving, we are very fast, and softs are okay for 3 laps. So from for concluding, what we have seen today is that mainly we have to be careful with the temperatures in Abu Dhabi and in Imola. The rain in Hungary, okay, it's going to be an issue, but more or less it's going to be an interesting and not so easy uh, GP, not so easy weekend. Hungary with rain is going to be interesting. We have Monza, we have Imola, we have Singapore maybe with rain. We had some problems there. Sorry for that. So let's go and see them again. Abu Dhabi, Hungaroring with rain. Sao Paulo, Singapore with 33% chance of raining. And then Australia, Monza, Imola, and again Abu Dhabi. That's our tracks for the weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to read the description below. You will find my Discord server link. Click on it and join my server. Smash the like button, of course, and subscribe. Stay tuned, because the racing weekend is coming, and I'm going to live stream both my opening and final round, and I want you all there supporting. So thank you so much for watching. I wish we helped you. I wish we are going to help you getting to the final and getting a good final position there. Have great races. See you in my next video. Bye everybody. Bye.